Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the show, everyone. It is a lovely Wednesday. We made it. We got to halfway. It is hump day. But we made it. We made it to halfway. And today is perfect. Out of the last week, the last 7 days at least, today is the best. This is excellent. Excellent weather. I just fingers crossed it stays like this for a bit longer. Anyways, I'm behind schedule. I had a terrible night's sleep, and I've lost track of a couple of hours here. But I've got to catch up, so I've got to be quick today. So, as usual, I open Twitter in the morning. I jump onto the For You tab, and I just scroll, and I'll just react to what's happening. Yeah, I've got to try to be quick though, people. I've got to try to be quick. So I have a habit. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I have a habit of like going off on a tangent, losing track, I guess. Attention deficits, almost, maybe. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, first, let's go home. Is this the top one? Is this the top one? Allegra Spender. Wow. Okay, great. Thanks, Allegra. I don't know what this is about, but I'm really not interested. I was inspired by this young man speaking out. Okay, okay. Rich white dude at one of the most privileged schools in the whole country, if not all of Asia. I'm inspired too, Allegra. Inspirational. Thank you. Okay, the need for US foreign policy. Sorry, I'm not dismissing this guy because he's a white dude or he's rich. I'm just dismissing him because that's what they would do. Sorry, Allegra, you're useless. Next one, Ronnie B. The need for a new US foreign policy. Yeah, the best US foreign policy is just to not. Just to not. If you're thinking about going to bomb somewhere, just don't. That's the best one. Just don't do it. Get out of Ukraine. What are you doing there? Like, no one's helped by this situation at all. It's the fucking Ukraine. Really? You want Australian kids to die in the Ukraine? Okay, Andrew D. Feeling. Why not use real name and pictures? What are you afraid of? Yeah, that's true. The Social Inclusion Committee is enshrined in the Constitution. Oh, wow. I can just tell this is going. It looks as if the government won't take up the biggest recommendation of a Social Inclusion Committee. It looks as if a voice can't bind a government. I'm sure Peter's onto something here. I'm sure it's a huge issue for someone. I don't know who. I'm sure there's a market for the Peter, but I can't see it. Yeah, no. Not happening, dude. Yeah, why would you put an include? Let's be sure here. Okay, you got to be careful of words here because words are dangerous. Inclusion itself does not mean what we think it means. You know, we're normal, average, everyday people. But for the far left and for just the general left in general, just the leftist blob that they are, the cult, really, just the cult. Inclusion means something completely different. It doesn't mean inclusion of other people. It means inclusion and acceptance of their doctrine, of their belief structure. Anyone opposing that belief structure is not being inclusive. That's how they roll. Be careful of these words. So they sound good. They sound diversity and inclusion sound lovely. They sound lovely, but they don't mean what you think they mean. So, anyways, Peter, you're not interesting, and I don't know who your market is, but best of luck. Reece Parton. Who is Reece? If Labor's not going to raise the rate of job seeker, then they're not allowed to remind us that Albo had it rough too. Okay, you making rules now, Reece? Reece has got his big boy pants on now. He's making rules, people. Buckle up. Reece has got. Oh, he's headed. Oh, jeez. Fucking jeez. The climate tides are really out in force today. Giant trees almost felled. Did these people think trees? Okay. Anyways, I can see corp in here. Usually that's like, you know, giant trees almost felled thanks to Rupert Murdoch's News Corp spreading dangerous Andrew Bolt hate ideas. Usually it's something like that. Anyway, giant trees almost fell. They almost fell down. You know, trees fall down sometimes, people. Logging suspension highline. Need for better New South Wales forestry oversight. Okay, so they're letting boomers write the headlines again, obviously. Okay, let's no, get out of this. Giant trees almost felt suspension of logging highlight the need for greater oversight of New South Wales Forestry Corp, who are destroying all values of. This is the type of lady who will. Oh, look, she's even got a fucking koala there. She will refuse. She will block. They will protest anyone trying to clean the forest at all. So if you're going in there for back burning, or what do they call it now? Hazard reduction burns. Why don't they just go, it's not a real fire, it's a levy. That would be their next thing. It's a fire levy. It's not a real fire. Anyways, they'll try to stop any backburning, any clearing of the forest, and then when it burns, they'll cry because they'll have a little koala here on little singed hairs and running around like a fucking idiot. Anyways, have a cry, please, boomers. Do something about your headlines. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a special code in the iPad. Like the iPad's code is just there, and it's like, it gives you the suggested inputs. It's like, okay, this boomer's writing a headline. Here's a suggested headline that would suit the boomer. And then they just click that, and then we get it. Mirage News. Let's continue. Michael Gilbert. Yet another monumental ICAC failure. Wait, what the fuck's going on? Oh my God. There are these ICACs, IBAC. Fucking man. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm still waiting for Tracy Spicer. Tracy Spicer said she was going to reveal a big name for the Me Too movement every week. She was going to do it until misogyny was defeated. She was going to name a name. Yeah, name and shame all the way through. I'm waiting for that, Tracy. Where's that? I don't want ICAC. I don't want IBAC. I want Tracy back. That's what I want. I want Tracy back. Get her out there. Where is she? Where are you, Tracy? Come on. I want some big names. Big names. Always a big name. Oh, Dan. Oh, doesn't Dan look dismissive? Oh, such a hero being dismissive like that. Just arrogance. It's just outright arrogance. But once again, yes, let's get Dan's statue. Dan needs his statue. We're gonna put it at St Kilda Beach. We're gonna take it out into the port and just put it there, right at the low tide mark. So at low tide, you can just see his head, and then it disappears and goes again. So right at the lowest moment, that's when you see Dan, so you can still go a bit lower, but then the tide comes in and then everyone's saved. That's what we're going to do with it. That's what we're doing. Anyways, let's continue on. Oh no, we would like to clarify that we are not responsible for the live export phase out panel and this week's public meeting. We sought info from the panel to share with you because we felt it was being poorly communicated by the department and we want everyone to have their voices heard. Yeah, these farmers, the agricultural sector is being railroaded at the moment. They're being railroaded. It's not just the sheep farmers. It's going to be cattle. It's going to extend out. It's going to go into all primary industries. They're being railroaded through committees. These type of panels, whatever they are. They're going to shut down the industry. And it's not just sheep. This is the start. This is the process. Yeah. Oh mate, here they're being railroaded at the moment. They need some help. They're actually being pushed through the process. Actually, check that movie out if you ever get a chance. It's an old movie and it's called The Process. And it's about a man who gets arrested and he's not charged with the crime because they're investigating. So they keep him in detention while they're going through the process, and the process is the process, and it goes through and through and through until he finally dies, and he still doesn't know what he was charged for. He still doesn't know why he was guilty or what happened, but that was the process. He was just in the system. That's what's happening now. They're just railroading these farmers. They already have the decision. They know what their end goal is. So they've already made the decision for the end goal. Now they've got to swerve and they've got to smooth over a path so they can get that done in the most efficient way possible. Luckily for them, there's not many Labour voters who have sheep farms. So luckily for them, it's going to be easy. So that's why the farmers need help. They're getting railroaded here. They're going to get smashed. If you don't stick up for them now, this is just the tip. They went for the sheep farmers in Western Australia because they're so far away from the East Coast and they're not Labour voters, so they're not going to have a whole collective of whinging at their disposal. No. They're just sheep farmers. They're just trying to, just make their way. They've been fine until, now there's urgency. You've got to shut this down. It's bullshit. They're being railroaded. Back them up. Okay, anyways, Father Bob. Best of luck, Father Bob. But yeah, I I don't like this. Like, this is just, I know Claire O'Neill didn't do this. You know, she's dumb, but she's not that dumb. But she didn't do this herself. But it's her staffer. But they're just trying to grift on. You know, like someone died. Father Bob died. Yeah, okay. He was a national treasure. But do we need a photo of you with him? Like, don't you think? No, I don't. No, and this generic tweet. There's nothing in this. There's no like heartfelt message here. It's just, oh my God, someone died. I'm gonna put a photo of myself. They're making it about themselves. It's, yeah. Sorry, Claire. More quotas, please. Said no one fucking ever. Anyways, the Murdochs only own about, oh my God, does Stephen Mayne do anything but talk about Murdoch? Fucking hell. They only own about 15% of Fox Corp. Okay, yeah, they paid it. Okay, Fox News paid a settlement. That's cool. That's all it is. They're just going after. They don't want any alternative opinions at all. You cannot hear them at all. They want the whole of America, the whole mediascape, just to be one voice. They just want ABC, the only channel. You put the TV on, they just want ABC. That's it. And then even on the ABC, they want to monitor what's going on the ABC. You need this on your panel. You need this and this and this and this. That's all they want. So Stephen Mayne, that's all he's after. He doesn't have any other focus in life but Murdoch. Fuck it. Oh, I did see the cunt walking around stalking people in pokey rooms. That was weird. Like, it's just, now he's not. Now the election's over, is Stephen Mayne still stalking people in pokey rooms? I don't see it. Anyways, freak. Let's go on. I've got to be quick, people. I'm running late. My cat is fucking crazy. At the moment, like, she is neutered, she's desexed. She's not in heat or anything like that. She's just acting like she is. She's like walking around going, really loud. Weird. Anyways, it keeps me up at night. Just that she knows the right like frequency to get at, and it just goes straight in my ear and sets my alarms off. That's how she rolls, I guess. That's what cats do. That's what cats do best. Anyways, jeez. Okay, what's this? A first-term MP has been accused of outrageous juvenile spending after charging taxpayers nearly $1,500 for teddy bears. Yeah, fire her. It's not even pay this back. It's like, no, you're fired. How did you think that this was okay? This is taxpayers' money. You just spent $1,500 on fucking teddy bears? Are you serious? You didn't ask the Australia Institute about this? See, usually they'll just do this and then they just, they'll just ask for forgiveness. But no, that's just a bad decision off the bat. That's a bad decision. Just fire them. Fire them. No, you're not. $1,500 on teddy bears. Hey, Andrew, we got some taxpayers' money here. Do you reckon we should buy $1,500 worth of teddy bears? No one's making that decision. That's a bad decision for a 5-year-old to make. Oh my God. Okay. Next, Craig. Welcome to WellCamp. Oh yeah. This is what I said. Like, what are they doing with these? There's a housing crisis, and they got WellCamp just sitting here. I don't get it. We built all these quarantine facilities. Isn't this good emergency housing, even for domestic violence or people, who have travelled for hospital stays and things like that? Like, can't they stay here? It was good enough. It was good enough for all those Aboriginal kids that were rounded up and tried to force inoculate. But it's not good enough for anyone else. Like, no. I think these places are. That's a good use. They've already spent the money. We've already paid for this. It's already paid. Oh my God, that's sad. That's sad. See, this is a good photo of Father Bob. I don't know, Shannon Corcoran? I don't know Shannon. I like this photo. This is a good photo of Father Bob. See, Claire O'Neill could have done something like this, but no. She had to fucking she had to make herself the headline story of Father Bob passing away. Sad. This is a beautiful photo though. I really like this one. This is good. Yeah, see, that's a nice shot. This is on f1.8. You can tell. Look at the focal distance here between. So this eye is in focus. This one's it's tack sharp right in that eye. But look at the distance between, like, if you're looking at a plane and the distance forward and back, the distance between this eye and that one is only about this far. Like, that one's a little bit further. but it's already out of focus. Like, that's tack sharp. That's really, it's right on there. Right on there. It's a nice photo. And Claire O'Neill could have done this, but fuck no. She's a self-absorbed. She's just a fucking narcissist at the end of the day. Jesus. Or it's her staffer who. Anyways, let's continue. Last things. You've got to change the rules. Bill Shorten, he's trying to reboot the NDIS. I remember when it's called Cuts to the Bone. Remember Cuts to the Bone, everyone? It's that famous hits that come out. Cuts to the Bone, Cuts to the Bone. That's what Bill Shorten's doing. More Cuts to the Bone. You can't get away from it now. The NDIS is a fucking monster. It is a beast, and it needs to be reined in, but Bill Shorten can't do it. They've got to spin it. They've got to spin it first. Absolutely horrifying. Wow, Greg. It's just you just don't do it for me anymore, Greg. I can't. I'm sorry. Next. And then look, Josh Burns has got to do it too. He can't just put up a nice photo of Father Bob. He's got to put himself in there. But then he put himself with Albert. Oh, you know me and Albert, and this is Father Bob. He's dead now, but me? Yeah. Fuck, man. Jesus, these people are just gross. These people are terrible. We just got to get politicians off Twitter. Really, just get them off Twitter. They're not even using Twitter. It's just their staffers just reposting shit. It's probably the same staffer actually running all the accounts. Like one of those Chinese bot farms. He's just got all these phones up and he's just like, blah, 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 blah. Jesus, I bet you. I bet you. I would not be surprised. I bet you. That's what's going on. Because they're all the same. All their tweets are the same. They never actually reply or have a conversation with anyone. It's just posting. Great to catch up with. Great to catch up with. Great to catch up with. Oh, great to catch up with. They'll always throw it in, but it's never actually genuine or actually honest. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go on to the next things that are going through. I was trying to find a good story that popped up. I saw it this morning and it was in... where is it? Oh, it was about the electric cars. So they were bringing in they want to bring in emission standards on cars. I can't find the story here. I thought it was in here. But emission standards on cars, when they first raised this issue at the start of, I think it was the start of this year actually, or at the start of last year. No, actually it might have been the end of last year. It's based on an Australia Institute report, so you get the idea where this is going. It's all dodgy figures. All the figures are dodgy. Nothing's clearly defined. They're using two main reports, both different. One's an American, one's an Australian. The American one excludes trucks and SUVs from its counts. The Australian one does not, so it includes it. So it makes Australia cars look more emission intensive. It usually wouldn't be a point, but in Australia and America, believe it or not, but in Australia, we buy cars that are generally larger. We buy trucks, Ford Ranger, Toyota Hilux, you know. We're buying bigger cars, Navaras, I don't know what, D-Max, you know, we buy utes and trucks and four-wheel drives and things like that. But they're popular. We like to buy those cars because they're good. So their whole procedure is, once again, just like the farmers, they've already made the decision. The endpoint's already fixed. The endpoint is that these trucks are going to be no longer available. We're going to ban these cars. Going to the Australia Institute report that this is based on, at the end, that's their proposal, is to ban cars. They want to ban cars by 2035. So that's their end goal. So to get there, they need to stop you from buying the things that you want to buy, like a new Hilux. Oh, a D-Max. You know, you actually decided there's a whole plethora of car brands out there and models and ranges and specific trim levels and blah, 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 blah. You went through that whole process. You carefully weighed up the options, decided what was best for you and your family, and they don't like that. That's evil. You cannot do that because there are some Renew bros who want to cash in. So you're going to have to pay more. That's all these efficiency standards are. They don't make the car more efficient. They don't make it cheaper. They're just making it more energy intensive to make, because a lot of them are going to be, you're going to need two motors. You're going to need double up of everything plus a battery pack. And making more energy intensive cars that are less practical, that have less range, and then require a whole new infrastructure setup to operate. So it's not just the charging station. That's the easy part. That's one of the big grifts coming in here, is the people that sell charging stations. They're going to make their money. But it's also the infrastructure for the mechanics, your local mechanic and the local service station. They're going to they're going to impede on service stations. They're going to force them to put in charges. But yeah, none of this is to address the issue. So they've already decided that they want to ban cars. So everything between now and there is designed to destroy your decision-making process that you've done so poorly until this point. That's all. That's all they want to do. They don't want you buying a Ranger. They don't want you buying a Navara. They don't want a D-Max. No, they want you in a little car that doesn't really meet your requirements, that doesn't suit you, but it makes them feel good. That's all. It's a carbon tax on the family car, and it's coming. It's coming hard, and unless Dutton and people jump up, and unless you jump on their farmers as well, this is the same one. It's the same drive. You know, they have to cut emissions. They've already taken the low-hanging fruit. That's already gone. That's gone. They changed the light bulbs. All the low-hanging fruit's done. Now they have to get right in there. They're getting started. They're getting embedded now. So they're going after agriculture and transport. That's where they're coming. You got no escape unless you start pushing back now. They're gonna have you all driving like little Fiat 500 electrics that you got to charge in. There's like 12 of you lining up for one little charger, and it's not going to work, people. It's not going to work. Anyways, I got to get out of here. It is time. I got to leave. But I'll be here tomorrow morning. Thursday morning. Sorry, this one's a bit late today. It's a fucking crazy cat. Crazy cat. Anyways, people, have a good one. Special shout out to Jeanette. Thank you. It's good to see you. I'll throw up some pictures of sheep and things throughout the day. But anyways, until then, have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.